planting of the orchards on our east side with alarm, Vance,
Right.
because you said earlier the groundwater there is thousands of years old.
That's right.
And how much does the rain add to the groundwater in an average year?
I don't think that anyone has studied that particularly. But the fact that there's still ancient groundwater that hasn't been flushed out would strongly indicate that there isn't much flushing going on. And if the storm is relatively intense, the rainfall runs off. And so what does penetrate is held, and it's transpired by plants. So the fraction that actually moves on down below the root zone is probably fairly small. You assume about 15%.
So if it takes thousands of years to build that water table, you could deplete it in a few decades probably.
Oh, even, yeah, 10, 20 years. Yeah.
And the average life of an almond orchard is 25 years?
That or less.
And so if we plant an almond orchard on the east side, we can assume it probably won't live one cycle, or it certainly won't
At
two
most.
cycles.
At most, yes.
And then what happens to the water table?
Well, the water table is down 500-600 feet. And because of the inertia in the system, it's going to take forever to build the water table back up. Meanwhile, the ranchers that normally would be there can't afford to pump water out from 500 or 600 feet for their cattle, so they can't ranch the place anymore. And one of the things that's been ignored so far, people are worrying about how a deep well here affects somebody's well over here. That's only groundwater, but there is a continuing interaction between surface water and groundwater. And so when you lower the water table, you increase the flow to recharge from the streams, and therefore the people that think they have surface water rights are losing that water by somebody sucking it from below the stream. And the fact that it is not visible that someone is taking your water underground, it's hidden. In the case of the surface water, it's a different situation. You can see them taking it and see the water decrease. But in the past, people had no inkling, and that's what these farmers in the foothills are doing. They're stealing their neighbor's water. There's no question about it. But they're doing it underground where it's difficult to show it. About 60% of the recharge here is due to farmers flood irrigating. Wow. But because you've got such a huge area, it's on the order of 5,700 acres, I think, that MID has, that people are adding 2 to 3 feet, 2.5, 3.5 feet of water. And so that's all seeping down through and recharging the water table. On the order of 30% of the recharge to groundwater is from rivers and streams. Now, that probably varies widely with where you are. If you're near a river, it might be 80 or 90%.
Yeah. This idea, the water underneath my ground is mine, is really kind of a fiction.
When you stop and think, as I talked earlier, about how water moves underground.
It moves laterally.
That's right.
So then that's why the guy next door's well might go dry.
Exactly.
When you're drilling yours.
Yeah.
You've been very, very active in the cause of farmland preservation and now groundwater issues. Could you explain your motivation to me?
Well, I think that what we have here in the Central Valley is literally a national treasure, far more valuable than it produces food for the nation, a significant amount of it. And to pave that over so that we are reliable on some other nations for our food is just, I think, insane. And if you compare the value of the national parks, as beautiful as they are, but when it comes to survival for citizens of this country, it's going to depend on the availability of water and food. There's something called the Ogallala Aquifer that underlies Nebraska and Kansas and a whole bunch of states back there. And they've pumped that down to the point where Nebraska is going back to dryland farming. Again, it's just plain wastefulness and irresponsibility on the part of the powers that be.